Hello YouTubers, this is CJ Hot Wheels. Found some new J-Case cars. I stopped at a few Publixes throughout my town and managed to find pretty much all the cars that I'm looking for. The J-Case is a pretty decent batch. A lot of nice stuff to look forward to. There is one that I'm missing right now, but it's no big deal because I found the others that I really wanted to find. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, we got the 012 Ford Fiesta in the Hot Wheels racing livery. Next up, we have the really nice Aston Martin 177. It's been a couple years since we've seen this casting. It looks very similar to the 2012 release, but it does have pinstriping across the top. And the wheels are different too. The one from 2012 had J5s. This one has 10 spokes. Next up, we have the new Ford Shelby GT350 Super Snake, or I mean the GT350R. My bad. I mean, it doesn't live up to the first edition from last year, where it was just released in blue with the stock livery and the detailed back end, but it's still pretty decent. Next up, we have the regular treasure hunt, the pedal driver. It's actually really nice. Finally, a decent regular treasure hunt. Because for the last few years, they've been completely based on fantasy, and that's not cool. Because the adults miss the green stripe treasure hunt days, including me. I miss those when, for the most part, they were real cars. They were muscle cars, and sports cars, and pickup trucks, and hot rods, and now they're just all crappy fantasy cars that we all leave behind, but they're just a little more valuable because they're a treasure hunt. I hate that, but thankfully the J-Case was kind enough to give us a decent treasure hunt. I think this casting has been retooled because when this pedal driver came out back in 2015, I believe, it had a full steering wheel, but later versions had the wheel cut in half. Like if you look at the red one, it'll have a full dark gray steering wheel, but later versions have this half steering wheel. I thought it was an error at first, but no, it's just the way they're made now. And there's the treasure hunt logo right next to the fender well. Yep, right next to the fender line right there. You see it right there. And then the logo is tucked back there. You can't see it. Here's a new casting that's really nice. We got the Surf and Turf, a hot rod Woody, a tuned hot rod Woody. It's actually really neat. It reminds me of the Purple Passion Woody that came out a long time ago. Next up, we have the 70 Chevy Chevelle Super Sport race car. I actually forgot this was part of this batch, so when I found it, it was a nice surprise. Like the color too, the satin copper, the aftermarket graphics. My favorite one in the batch, pretty much, the 017 Ford GT in a silver with black striping. That looks awesome. Or it looks sweetie sweet. My old trademark. And the blacked out wheels really make it pop. So that's nice. Still has the detailed headlights, but still no tail lights. The Forza version in the entertainment set has it, but that's only because it was a premium. Next up, we have the really nice red Tesla Model X recolor. The only thing that takes away from it is the wheels. Those ugly saw blade looking wheels. And sadly, that wheel is here to stay because it's a brand new wheel that was released this year, so it's not leaving anytime soon. It's going to be put on a lot of the fantasy cars and, like these, a few of the real cars. but to me, it just makes it look a little tacky. But the overall car is really nice. The front and rear detailing still the trademark. Hopefully, it stays that way for future releases. But chances are, you know, being Hot Wheels, when they first release a licensed casting, they do it stock first, and then they deck it out with all these graphics later on. And here's another new casting. We got the awesome, highly anticipated Volkswagen Type 2 pickup. That's really neat. And you can actually put a small Hot Wheel on the bed. So I think I saw a picture on Instagram when this truck was first sneaked. Uh, it showed a little Hot Wheel in the back. So you can use it as a flatbed. It's pretty neat. Oh, I know. It had the cool combi. I think it had the cool combi on the bed. Which would make sense, because they're both Volkswagens, so... And it fits just perfect. And last but not least, we have the regular of the 2013 SRT Viper. Because this is going to be the super treasure hunt of the batch. Which I do have. We ordered this online, because we're never going to find this in the store. Got this straight from Malaysia. Yeah, I know. Not the greatest decision, because they're thieves that typically sell these on eBay. If they're straight from Malaysia, they steal them from the factory and they sell them online to make profit. But look at how nice that is. See the difference? Look at that. I mean, the regular is bright yellow, and then the super is dark gold. Spectra Flame dark gold. I mean, it's hard to confuse the regular with the super and vice versa. So there you have it. And a week ago, I went to that Hot Wheels Center that I talk about every once in a while in Orlando. Found some old school Hot Wheels, some older late 2000s, early 2010s basics that I used to have when I was younger, but got rid of at yard sales and selling them online. And now I have them in the package. So, I'm not going to go through them because they're no big deal. But yeah, they're in the new J case. Pretty sweet. Finally, our drought is over. Because Publix hasn't gotten any new cars in a couple months. The last batch that they got brand new was G, and that came out 2 months ago. And now it looks like they're back on track, and maybe they'll keep getting new cars in as they come out for the next few months, maybe until October or November when they stop again. So I should know, because I've lived in Florida all my life, and I've been buying Hot Wheels at Publix for several years now, so I know their schedule. At least I think I do. Because sometimes it changes from year to year. But anyway, there you have it. All hung up on my pegboard, which is really neat. Every collector should have this. The only thing is, you can't see any of the cars in the very back. The only cars that you see when you're looking at it dead straight are the cars in the very front. So that's the thing you have to compromise. There's 5 cars behind every single peg, but you can't see them. Unless you go on the side here like that, and then you see the front ends or the corners of the blisters. That's about it. Oh yeah, that's right, I already showcased that. The Majorette find from Marshall's Home Goods. Anyway, alright, now that's it. Take care, happy collecting.